Work and its Secret, Part 3. I know the difficulties, tremendous they are, and 90% of the time we become discouraged and lose heart, and in our turn often become pessimists and cease to believe in sincerity, love, and all that is grand and noble. So we find men who, in the freshness of their lives, have been forgiving, kind, simple, and guileless, become in old age lying masks of men. Their minds are a mass of intricacy. There may be a good deal of external policy, possibly. They are not hot headed, they do not speak, but it would be better for them to do so. Their hearts are dead, and therefore they do not speak. They do not curse, not become angry, but it would be better for them to be able to be angry, 1,000 times better to be able to curse. They cannot. There is death in the heart, for cold hands have seized upon it, and it can no more act, even to utter a curse, even to use a harsh word. All this we have to avoid. Therefore, I say we require super divine power. Superhuman power is not strong enough. Super divine strength is the only way, the one way out. By it alone, we can pass through all these intricacies, through these showers of miseries unscathed. We may be cut to pieces, torn asunder, yet our hearts must grow nobler and nobler all the time. It is very difficult, but we have and can overcome the difficulty by constant practice. We must learn that nothing can happen to us unless we make ourselves susceptible to it. I have just said no disease can come to me until the body is ready. It does not depend alone on the germs but upon a certain predisposition which is already in the body. We get only that for which we are fitted. Let us give up our pride and understand this, and never is misery undeserved. There never has been a blow undeserved. There never has been an evil for which I did not pave the way with my own hands. We ought to know that. Analyze yourselves, and you will find that every blow you have received came to you because you prepared yourself for it. You did half, and the external world did the other half. That is how the blow came. That will sober us down. At the same time, from this very analysis will come a note of hope, and the note of hope is I have no control of the external world, but that which is in me and nearer on to me, my own world, is in my control. If the two together are required to make a failure, if the two together are necessary to give me a blow, I will not contribute the one which is in my keeping. And how then can the blow come? If I get real control of myself, the blow will never come. We are all the time from our childhood trying to lay the blame upon something outside ourselves. We are always standing up to set right other people and not ourselves. If we are miserable, we say, "Oh, the world is the devil's world." We curse others and say, "What infatuated fools." But why should we be in such a world if we really are so good? If this is a devil's world, we must be devils also. Why else should we be here? Oh, the people of the world are so selfish. True enough, but why should we be found in that company if we be better? Just think of that. We only get what we deserve. It is a lie when we say that the world is bad and we are good. It can never be so. It is the terrible lie we tell ourselves. This is the first lesson to learn. Be determined not to curse anything outside, not to lay the blame upon anyone outside, but be a man. Stand up, lay the blame on yourself. You will find that is always true. Get hold of yourself. Is it not a shame that at one moment we talk so much of our manhood, of our being gods, that we know everything, we can do everything, we are blameless, spotless, the most unselfish people in the world, and at the next moment a little stone hurts us, a little anger from a little jack wounds us, any fool in the street makes these gods miserable. Should this be so if we are such gods? Is it true that the world is to blame? Could God, who is the purest and noblest of souls, be made miserable by any of our tricks? If you are so unselfish, you are like gold. What world can hurt you? You would go through the seventh hell unscathed, untouched. But the very fact that you complain and want to lay the blame upon the external world shows that you feel that the external world, the very fact that you feel shows that you are not what you claim to be. You only make your offense greater by heaping misery upon misery, by imagining that the external world is hurting you and crying out, oh, this is the devil's world. This man hurt me, that man hurt me, and so forth. It is adding lies to misery. We are to take care of ourselves, that much we can do, and give up attending to others for a time. Let us perfect the means, the end will take care of itself. For the world can be good and pure only if our lives are good and pure. It is an effect, and we are the means. Therefore, let us purify ourselves, let us make ourselves perfect.